this is the Bengals team.
And a team that we've struggled against.
Exactly. I was just going to bring that up. This is a team that has had your number the past couple of years. Like, you go against
100%.
them, and they've got you every time. I mean, a couple of years ago in the playoffs, a couple of years ago regular season, even, this is just the other Bengals example that came into my head. Even the DeMar Hamlin game,
we were on our way to losing.
They're probably going to beat us. Let's be completely honest. I think it's going to be a tough matchup regardless, but this would be one of those where I would say, okay, they've got some life to them. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast, Field Goals and Forecast, presented by AfterThought Sports, now on WSBU 88.3 FM, The Buzz. I'm Ryan Addio, alongside my great co-host, James Derrick, as always. And Week 13 of the NFL has just passed us. We've got a great show in store for you guys. We're going to talk about the Buffalo Bills, as always, then our Field Goals of the week, the good, the no good, the not even close, and then our fantasy starts and sits, and our forecast for next week, as long as our locks of the week. But, James, Week 13, your first reactions to this. Honestly, I thought this was one of the best weeks of football so far.
It was one of the better weeks of football because, those two earlier Thanksgiving games delivered. And I think that's the biggest piece that I'm taking right now.
Probably one of the best slates of Thanksgiving games we've had in a good couple of years, I would say. The Bills beating the Cowboys, that's pretty cool. Yep. There were a couple good ones last year, but I think I could not have predicted any of the three winners. And actually, I was 0 for 3 in our picks. So at the end of the day, very surprising for me. But another game I really couldn't have predicted, and I'll jump into it, is the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, man.
In no way did I think we were going to dominate the Steelers, right? They're like a verge playoff team. If they win, they're at the top of their division. If they lose, they're sitting where they are. But I didn't think that our offense would perform as good as it did, at least on the ground, and I didn't think our defense was going to be able to step up as much as it did.
Yeah. When I found out that our two tackles were going to be out for that game, my first thought was, holy crap, this is going to suck. But the closer I got to game time on Sunday, I'm just thinking we might just abandon passing the ball and forget about dropping back. Let's just run the ball. We know we can do it, and that's pretty much what we did. I'm satisfied with the result. The first half I expected more of the first half and the second half.
Yeah, right.
But, we cleaned it up.
It was a dominant second half. We won that game 26-7. I shouldn't say we, but the Buffalo Bills won 26-7. Yes. And the Bills are 5-1 against Pittsburgh since 2019. Still a negative all-time record, but I didn't write it down, of course.
We're working on it.
We're getting there. But Josh Allen is 27-9 in games, coming directly after a loss as a starter. So I don't know. There's something about that bounce back for him that he really likes. But honestly, wasn't really his game to win. I don't think he played the best in this game. No. 15 of 23, 123 yards, touchdown, interception, 8 carries, 38 yards, a touchdown on the run game. But I thought he struggled through the air. He missed a lot of passes, either low or high. And it looked like he was a little bit uncomfortable in the pocket. Maybe because, those two tackles were out. But it wasn't his best game by any means. Those stats, you look at those, there's not much there. But you go back and watch, and I think he really struggled reading the defense and making the throws that he had to, at least.
Yeah, I think more so making the throws that he had to, because the defense, they did play a very, very good first half, and honestly, not a bad second half. We were just way more physical, moved them, ran the ball, but separation. We harp on it every week. I don't think we got it, and I think it makes it really hard for Josh Allen, especially against an elite defense like that.
It's only a matter of time until Kincaid comes back, but his impact will shape this offense, if nothing else. But James Cook was your leading receiver. 3 receptions, 33 yards, and then he had 32 carries on the ground for 144 yards.
Workhorse.
You can't even make the Josh Allen MVP conversation because the Bills don't win unless James Cook does well. But of course, I digress. Josh Allen breaks an NFL record, 76 career regular season rushing touchdowns. He surpassed Cam Newton, who had 75 for the most regular season rushing touchdowns by a quarterback in NFL history. Congratulations to him, first of all. But again, it was the run game that really killed the Steelers here.
Yep. We stuck to our strength, which is not airing the ball out at all. So, even Josh Allen had 8 carries. Ray Davis, when he touched the ball, was great. True. And James Cook, I won't harp on it too much longer.
Yeah,
He's just been so
me
good.
some Ty Johnson as well. He's been
Ty Johnson.
really reliable. Now Josh Allen, not Ty Johnson, has 214 career touchdown passes. He surpassed Brett Favre, who had 213 for the fifth most passing touchdown by a player in his first 8 seasons in NFL history. A lot of words there, but I think you
got it. Yeah.
And then on the other side, the Steelers, really the Bills defense limited them, and they limited Jalen Warren more than I thought they would. He only had
100% agree.
35 yards on the ground, 10 carries. He did have a touchdown, but really a quiet day for him. And he's up there. He's maybe like a top 20, top 25 running back. He's pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
He could give you some challenges, but the defense wasn't having it in this one.
The Buffalo defense did stay strong, and I will say it was fun to watch Mason Rudolph go out there for one drive and just throw a pick and then go sit back down.
Yeah.
I think that shows how well our defense was playing at that moment, where if anyone less than Aaron Rodgers came into the game, we would have probably won that game by 1,000,000.
Mason Rudolph was 0 for 3 with an interception. Of course, Mason Rudolph drafted in 2018, I believe.
Oh, man, that's a good poll.
So the same draft class as Josh Allen, one of the guys that Bean did interview in those QB interviews. I mean, I have to assume so at least, but that was a bit of a... Man, no sweat there. We picked the right guy, I think.
Yeah.
But of course, Aaron Rodgers was the main QB here. But he did end up getting hurt. Joey Bosa had a strip sack on him about, what was that, the third quarter, I think?
Somewhere around there, maybe end of the third quarter.
But he already had a broken left wrist, and so he kind of aggravated that again.
Landed on it.
Yeah.
Pretty rough looking, yeah.
He had the whole cast up his arm, so it was kind of a matter of time before the old man got hurt again. But he was 10 for 21, 117 yards, not really an impact. Christian Benford had an interception on Mason Rudolph, and he also had that fumble return touchdown strip sack from Joey Bosa, as we just talked about. And then Darnell Washington, the big tight end, was their leading receiver. 2 receptions, 45 yards. DK was held to 3 receptions, 32 yards. Are we witnessing a good Bills defense for once and a bad Bills offense? I mean, this is a turnaround.
Yeah, it's a turnaround. Sure. Yeah. No, I mean, we did not reach the 28-point mark that we usually reach in order to win games. 26 is not far off, but we could have only scored 8 points and won this game. We've yet to. Actually, I'm trying to think back. Maybe we've had another game that we've played well defensively, but I don't remember one as clearly as I remember this right here. 7 points against the Steelers. And I mean, I can't say the Steelers are excellent offensively, that they're particularly good, but you do expect them to be able to run the ball, and they couldn't. And that's the biggest thing here is, I mean, Jalen Warren only had 10 carries for 35 yards. I don't know if I'd say the offense was good or great necessarily, but we put up points, and the defense actually delivered.
The defense delivered for once when they had to step up, and they did. And against a very knowledgeable player, Aaron Rodgers is always tough to go up against, no matter his age and where he's at right now. Obviously, Green Bay would have been a bit different, but not the point. This is probably the best I've seen our defense since Carolina, when we just absolutely wiped the floor with them.
Yeah,
we're talking about current Carolina as well. A bit of an impressive one. I actually saw someone, I don't remember who it was. It might have just been rage bait, right? Okay. But they were like, Carolina and Buffalo are not as far apart as you think they are. Like, Carolina's just the NFC version of Buffalo right now. It's like,
oh man,
that's just bad. That's terrible. But
8 out of 10 rage bait.
It is, it got me thinking. I mean, I thought about it. We brought it up, so clearly it worked.
It worked, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really want to dwell on that too much, but Sean McDermott recorded his 94th regular season win as a head coach. He's now tied with John Madden and Mike McCarthy for third most regular season wins by a head coach in his first 9 seasons.
Wow.
Congratulations to him, I guess. That's pretty impressive.
That is pretty impressive. Wow.
Yeah. Not something you see every day, but I got the email or whatever it was.
Good for you, Sean.
Exactly. But let's talk about the Bills as a whole. Where do they sit for you? I mean, are we like top of the wild card at this point? Are we like a Super Bowl contender? Are we just like a playoff maybe? I mean, I don't even know where you situate us right now.
We're in dire need of Dalton Kincaid to come back, and I'd like to see us do what we did to the Steelers to some other good teams.
Yeah.
You know, not that the Steelers aren't a good team. We just talked about, you know, solid team, but like a great team. You want to see us play well against a great team. You know, and well doesn't mean, you know, we need to beat the you know, like the Chiefs, for example, like 30-10. I mean just like a game where you see the offense score a little, you see the defense get a crucial stop when, you know, they haven't been able to stop them most of the game or something like that. Nothing's truly impressed me here.
I mean, I will say we are just beating up on bad teams. I mean, I think it's one of those times, okay, whatever. It's just a win against a hurt Aaron Rodgers and a kind of bad Steelers team. Mike Tomlin's got to lose a couple to get in there to be 9-8. But now you look next week, Cincinnati Bengals. They just took care of the Baltimore Ravens pretty handily. Their defense has stepped up. The offense has really put on a performance. I mean, is this the marquee game? If we win this one, maybe, okay, Buffalo's back on the map. You know, they just had a bit of a rough stop. I mean, every year it seems to happen where Buffalo has those games between like week 4 and week 9 where we just struggle a bit and then we bring it back together.
I would need to see a nice game against the Bengals. You do make a really good point. It's a 4-8 Bengals team, but this is the Bengals team. I mean, with Joe Burrow back, you know, and fortunately for Buffalo, they don't have a chance at playoffs, you know, and this is our chance to bury them, I think.
And honestly, I think, well, not saying that they don't have a chance at playoffs because they're only 2 games back in their own division because A, the Ravens suck and B, the Steelers suck.
Yeah.
But this is a team where they're willing to take more chances because they have less to lose.
Yes.
They're not in a spot where if they lose a couple, they're completely out. If they're going to take risks.
Yes.
They're going to go for those 2-point conversions when it doesn't make sense to. They're going to go for it on 4th down and this is when the defense has to step up more. And I think, you know, they're going to blitz Josh. They're going to take the chances that they have to, and we have to be ready for that. But
I think you make a good point. I've never seen Joe Burrow so comfortable against a team like he is against the Bills. He knows exactly what he's going to get. So.
Although they also have the Chiefs number, but they can't get to the playoffs, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, but I like that point. You know, next week is a big litmus test for Buffalo.
But that will do it for the Buffalo Bills.